mountains don't care for job titles.
Yeah.
They don't care for, I don't know, you are the mother or the grandmother or who. Although we are all equalized.
Yeah.
There was a buffalo walking alongside us. So we are walking on the train.
So in a word, you were underprepared.
Also weather is critical in terms of, I mean, we're told not to blame weather totally, but if you don't have the equipment to handle that weather. And what I enjoy is that when I train the group that I'm training, I am following up on their fitness. I'm able to see, first of all, remember to cut your toenails, even if you like your nails are very beautiful, especially for the ladies. You must cut them because when you're walking down for the local hikes we've done, we've had injuries.
Okay.
You know, when somebody either.
Welcome to Baiskeli Stories, where boardrooms meet bike trails and business strategy shares the stage with family dinners.
We are two ambitious women balancing corporate careers and the joys of motherhood while making time to log miles on our bikes.
My name is Kahaki, co-host of Baiskeli Stories. I'm a wife, mother of 3, I work for family business, and I love the outdoors.
And I am Rose, a wife, proud mama, fearless adventurer, and business leader.
We're diving into what it really takes to wear all the hats without losing ourselves in the process.
From power moves at work to powerful climbs on the road, we're talking breakthroughs, burnout, and balance.
So, clip in, because this ride is just getting started. Welcome to Baiskeli Stories. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Baiskeli Stories. First of all, let me start by saying a big thank you to all of you who joined us for the Baiskeli Stories 2nd year anniversary, and we had our Pedal for Purpose ride in Meru, which happened earlier this month. Thank you so much for all the support, all your contributions, and keep it here, and we're going to share a lot more of what your contributions are going to do. As we mentioned, it's a Pedal for Purpose is a charity ride, so there are a number of things that we're going to do, and so just keep watching so you can see what we're going to do with all the money you contributed. So now here we are starting a new season. We're going into our hiking season, so the next few interviews will be with some hikers. And the reason we're doing that is because Rose and I are heading to Kilimanjaro again, and we're excited. We're going to be heading to Kilimanjaro, so we thought we'd just start talking about hiking and people who are passionate about hiking. And today we have the pleasure of having our guest, who's not only a hiker but a hiking guide. But before I introduce her, I didn't mention to everybody, but I'm here with my co-host, Rose.
Hi, everyone. And we're glad to be with you once again. Yeah.
All right. So we are here with Maggie, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. But we know Maggie, and Maggie is actually going to take us up to Kili, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. So Maggie, welcome to Baiskeli Stories.
Thank you, Kahaki, and thank you, Rose. Yes. Happy to be here. So my name is Maggie Mbugua, a hiker, a mother, and a wife, and a co-founder of Tipwa Tipwa. And I've been hiking for many years, since 2013.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, that's quite a long time. So Maggie, before we get into your hiking life, which is where you are today, who was Maggie before hiking?
Maggie before hiking was I've always enjoyed fitness. Okay. So fitness has been going to the gym, doing fitness classes. I've also done IT. That was one of the careers, my career for a long time before COVID. Mm-hmm. And family person. I spend a lot of time with my family, the immediate family, extended family. That's who I am.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So now today you're a hiker, full-on hiker, and a hiking guide.
Yes.
So how did it all start?
Yeah.
Maybe your very first hike, and what drew you to now take it on to the point where it is now your career?
All right. So I said I'm a co-founder of Tipa Tipa.
Yeah.
So Tipa Tipa has got three founders. There's Marika, and there's Silas and myself. So Marika wanted to do Mount Kenya because he had lived abroad for a long time, and everyone asked him, how come you haven't done Mount Kenya and that's your country of origin? So when he came back to Kenya, he wanted to go to Mount Kenya, and he told us to accompany him because he wanted to do it before he turned 50. So it was many years before he turned 50, but then, so we said we'd go. And so we got onto a group, and just like how you've joined us, and we did a few training hikes and finally went to Mount Kenya in 2014. And it wasn't a very good experience. And that's how I decided that I think with everything that you do, if you don't plan well, you plan to fail. So the planning wasn't done as should have been. We were not successful. The weather was wrong. Everything just went wrong with that hike. And we came down after 2 days, very disappointed. And then I said, you know what, this thing had been done a bit better. We had planned the preparations better. If we had the right gear, if we had taken the right time of the year for the hike, then I think we would have summited. So we came down the mountain, and that's what I took away from that experience and said, I will try to do it better. So we started the next year, because that was October. So come January, New Year resolutions, you know what, let's hike again. And let's make sure we can get on top of the mountain. So we started doing preparation hikes with families and friends, small hikes to the places that we know, Gong Hills, Longlands, and hikes around. And we got people interested. People would see we went, and they're like, okay, we'd like to join you. So that we'd invite people, and we grew. And in 2015, we summited Mount Kenya.
Wow. So the first trial was 2014.
Yes.
Okay, so the following year.
So 2015, we summited Mount Kenya. And in a month's time, we did Mount Kilimanjaro.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So, you know, you're already fit enough. And you're like, why not just
continue and just do it? Yes.
And just do that.
Yeah, and just finish quickly.
Yeah.
So tell me something a little bit more about the hike that didn't, the summit that didn't happen.
Yes.
So essentially, had you done any prep hikes before or not at all?
We had done, but not enough.
Okay.
Because even when we did, I remember specifically we went to Satima.
Yeah.
And on Satima, what I remember is in the car, we're with this group, and then people were opening food, and I'm like, how come they have food? Nobody told me to carry any food.
Oh,
so we didn't have proper nutrition. We didn't have the proper gear. You know, it rains, and you don't have ponchos. You don't know where to get the right boots.
So in a word, you were underprepared.
You were totally underprepared.
Wow.
And as I said, when you prepare properly, then you will succeed. When you don't prepare properly, we had altitude sickness on Satima. I should have told the guide who we had that time that how well should they prepare so they get
ready for if Satima is ready.
Yes. And that was our last prep hike.
Wow.
So I think we only did like 2 or 3 hikes. And then we went to the mountain. And So also weather is critical in terms of, I mean, we are told not to blame weather totally, but if you don't have the equipment to handle that weather, then you for sure. Because we were walking in water knee high. The first day we arrived. You're sleeping, you're drenched, boots started gaping. It wasn't a nice experience.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. That can totally kill your...
It does. It is your morale.
Morale, yeah.
Then the next day it rains and rained so hard, and then we were told, you know what, it's not safe. And even we're not feeling safe.
Yeah.
Chose just go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah.
So your hiking leadership was born out of necessity.
Yes. Necessity. So initially I was just a hiker like everybody else. So I started and joined. Then when we left that group, now we then started on our own. We'd work with guides. We called a few friends who know about hiking in Kenya, and we got connected to some good guides who helped us grow to where we are. And we've probably kept that. When you come for the hikes in Tipa, you find that we usually keep the same guides that we work with. You don't find us with many different people.
Okay.
So in certain areas, we will work with a certain group of guides. And then when we move to another area, you have another group of guides.
Okay.
Because then they understand us. They know how we like to do our hikes, safety and everything. And they keep to the standards.
Okay.
So I started as a hiker. And then, of course, transition. So when you've done a hike, so someone will ask you, but you did this before, how was it? So people start picking your experience, start asking you questions, start expecting you to know more.
Yeah.
And Tipo Tipo was growing. So we had said we are going to have one of the arms is hiking. And it's quite a strong arm in Tipo Tipo.
Yeah.
And I naturally just became the guide.
Okay.
And I've continued until today. So done the mountains several times. And what I enjoy is that when I train the group that I'm training, I am following up on their fitness. I'm able to see, I'm like a teacher, and they are looking how is she or he managing for altitude? How are they working on endurance? Why is this so hard for so and so? So usually I get to see how you're doing it in person. Then I will talk to you after the hike if I think there's something to discuss.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you what I think you should do to get yourselves prepared better. And if I think you can't, because also it's important to tell people the truth.
Yeah.
If I feel that you're not going to be ready for that mountain, I'll tell you, I think, why don't you sit it out and let's do it next year. The mountain is always going to be well. And it's better to go when you're ready because it's an expensive affair. You're spending quite a bit of money. You don't want to spend the money to go and be returned on the second day.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's painful.
Yeah.
Because I went through that, so I know.
You don't get your money back.
Don't get it back. No, we paid. Everything had been organized, so you can't ask for
Absolutely.
it.
Oh my goodness.
So then, once we see that, we are able to guide you. I'm able to tell you this is what you need to do. This is where you need to get this. And of course, even gear.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions. So that's how I naturally transitioned because of having the experience.
Yeah.
And then now supporting people in all different levels. Everybody's support is different.
Yeah.
So I think I take it personally. Actually, they call me Mother Hen.
Okay.
Yes, those are where I look at it. All these people, they are all my chicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we follow you.
When you follow you up.
Break.
So you've done all. Okay, of course you've done all the Mount Kenya, Kilimanjaro.
Yes.
Which other ones
Meru.
have you done? Meru.
I've done Meru
Uh-huh.
and I've done Elgon.
And I've done Elgon.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
there's Ruwenzori.
Ruwenzori
Yeah.
is actually up next year. We are
Okay.
actually climbing. We even have the date. So it's
Yeah.
on 30th of January next year. Yeah, next year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's on the books and to be climbed and to be conquered.
To be
Okay,
conquered.
yes.
So for Tipo Tipo, you basically mostly do the Mount
East
Kenya,
African.
Kili, Meru, and Elgon.
Elgon?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we've been doing
Okay.
because then we train locally
Yeah.
and then we try and do those are the mountains in Kenya and then Uganda and Tanzania.
Yeah.
Now next year we also want to do the Siemens Mountain in Ethiopia.
Oh.
Yes, it's very scenic and very beautiful. So it's one of the mountains we're planning for. So we want to start going out into the international market.
Yeah. And
There's also some good mountains in Uganda.
okay.
So
You spread yourself. Pole.
Yeah. Also, the cost is quite a bit.
Yes.
So it's
So you have to
something-
prepare. You
yeah,
can't say today, let's go tomorrow or next week.
Yeah. So usually we give people time.
Yeah.
So like Ruwenzori has been announced for this for next year. So people who want to climb
Can plan for
registered,
themselves.
they start planning their budgets and all that they require.
Now tell me about Ruwenzori. That one's a bit of a rock. Is that the one?
It's
where
a bit
technical.
technical, yes,
Yeah.
because there'll be some rock climbing.
Okay.
There's a lot of snow, so you even have to get some special spikes on your shoes. You do part of it there's a lot of water and bog, and you have to cross rivers, so some of it is done in gumboots.
Wow.
Yes. And then the weather is quite wild. It can be all over the place. Yeah, so you have to be
So let me
prepared.
ask you this,
Yes.
Maggie. As a guide, do you have to go? Do you have to do a prep hike yourself? Like, do you have to go ahead, go see them? Like how or how do you as a guide prepare for it? Yeah.
Some of the local hikes we don't want to do the same. You know, when people say that I go hiking and they tell you I go to Gong Hills and Longonot, like okay,
Yeah.
but there's a lot this country is so beautiful and the terrain is so varied. You don't have to go far to experience
Yeah.
all these different terrains. So what I do is I said I work with certain guides also who have been in the market for a long time,
Yeah.
who understand these areas.
Yeah.
So you ask, you want to do a hike, and then you tell them what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So are you looking for altitude? Are you looking for intensity, difficulty, easy, whatever you want? Or is it just a fun day out for people?
Yeah.
So depending on those requirements, and you know the group you want to take, then you speak to them and tell them, get me a hike
A trail.
a trail that will deliver the following.
Okay.
So once it's can you deliver the following, then we go with that.
Okay.
Some of them I go in
Yeah.
advance
Yeah.
and see,
Yeah.
and then I come back.
Yeah.
But the mountains, I now have used for the mountains now because I've done them, so I've used my experience.
Yes.
And
To,
then,
of course, okay, take care
yeah,
of the
okay.
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you, of course, we always hear about altitude sickness. We had it when we both experienced it. I've experienced it on Mount Kenya, even Kili. And I didn't even know it was that. Like I was falling asleep. I was being held and I was asleep and I just thought I was tired. But, then later on, like, no, that's altitude sickness. What are the kind of emergencies? Because obviously it's, climbing the mountain has its challenges. Different things happen and everybody reacts to altitude differently. So people have different. So what emergencies have you dealt with, and how have you dealt with them?
Okay, so we start for the local hikes we've done. We've had injuries.
Okay.
Where somebody either falls and maybe we've not had anything broken, but people have twisted their ankle or a knee, and so you have to carry them out of the trail all the way to the gate, and then the car comes and picks them. So that's one. Injuries. Then we've had another emergency. Now on the big mountains, we've had altitude sickness, so you can't finish the hike. So you've got to be taken down. And what we do is that with the guides we work with also for the mountains are trained, even some of them are medics, so that they are supporting you to that level of, we don't want to do guesswork. And then also how we prepare for even emergencies. Okay, I'm a trained first aider. Okay. And we also make sure we insist that you take evacuation cover, so that if it comes to that level, you can evacuate a mountain. On the local areas, we can bring you down. It's not altitude. Yeah. And it's not life-threatening. Yeah. But on the mountain, it could be life-threatening. Yeah. So we insist that you take a cover. It's not, they're so affordable. Yeah. For about 2,000 shillings, you're covered for a year. And so we insist on that, and then that really say that helps you and comes a lot. Yeah. Okay. Other emergencies we've had is a story on Mount Meru. It wasn't really an emergency, but it was scary. First Mount Meru, I think in 2016, there was a buffalo walking alongside us. So we are walking on the trail. And then there's the bushes, and Mount Meru is buffalo land. Everywhere you go, you smell them, you see their droppings, and you
and their footprints
and their prints. And the guy you walk with a guide who's armed. So we had finished the hike and we're coming down. And the armed guide said, "Just a minute, can you guys keep quiet a bit?" So we kept quiet. He said, I can smell the buffalo. I think I've had it." And so he started teaching us, if this buffalo comes, because it's probably going to attack, when you're all like, oh my God. So if it comes out of there, you'll die.
And it just die.
Yeah. So you feel like you want to stop there and then not continue.
We're going for a tree to climb.
I know.
He told us if you climb a tree, it will hit the tree
and you will knock it out.
Then it will still hit you.
Oh, really?
So he told us, if the buffalo comes, I will shoot it like this. So what I want you guys to do is, because there's a trench, is get into the trench and lie down, because it will be running, it will run over. It will not enter, it will jump
over there.
Yes. Oh. So it will go, and because it will be a dying shot, it will already have been shot, it will go and die. Because what happens, even after it's shot, it still has the energy to attack before it finally goes down. Yeah. So it was very scary, and people at some point we were told keep quiet, so we keep quiet. At that point we were told make noise so that you distract it. Okay. Then we were told now, then he even saw the eyes and they were red. You just seen that was you're thinking of all the things that could happen, and you're
my God. I've already
face to face.
I've already cancelled Mount Meru. Any plans I have, I was like, what?
No. We've been there after that, and it's been fine. Yeah. And you can meet an animal in any hike. That's why we are always, you have your guides and your preparation. There are things you're told to do, to look out for. Yeah. So don't cancel Mount Meru or any mountain because you're imagining there'll be. Well, that was scary. And so that was a thought of all the things that could go wrong, and it was
How many were you on that
in
hike?
your trail?
we were about 16.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
You see, and the thing about that is you can't prepare for
that you can't prepare.
You can't prepare. You can't
You
just
just face it as
yeah.
it comes, you know.
So reactions was people were shocked. People went back to their rooms. They didn't talk again. Others just. It was all sorts of reactions from everybody. It was
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And then 16 is a big group. Goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, and getting everybody to not panic. I mean, or to
Or even if they were panicking, not to panic in the sense that they stop moving. It's we are scared, but let's keep following. Let's all stay together.
And listen to the instructions. You know, because you can get somebody who panics and just takes off.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's true.
true.
Out
Run
of
off.
fear. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a situation where you were not sure how that was going to end. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So at that point, how do you then show leadership? Because you can't, you're scared, yes, but you can't be very scared. You have to still keep people calm and give them the confidence that we're going to get through this, as much as you've never been through it and you don't know anything. So
yeah. You have, first of all, you have to stay calm. You really have to stay calm, and then you have to be. It's like an out of life body experience where you're talking to people and giving them all this assurance, etc. Where even you are wondering, am I even saying the right things?
yeah, you're just talking.
Yeah, you have to talk to them.
Yeah.
And you have to keep in touch with the guide. You know, sometimes they may tell you things they may not tell the others. You get to know a little bit more than they may share with everybody, so that you know how to handle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's change gears a little bit. Something more, exciting. Like which are some of your favorite trails? You've talked of our country being beautiful, our region, East Africa, being beautiful. Which are some of your favorite trails that you always go back to and feel rejuvenated, refreshed?
Yeah. First of all, just hiking is refreshing, right? It's the one thing you want to do. You get out of your house to be away from everything that you normally do on a day-to-day basis. Just sort of stops. First of all, most of the time our phones are off because there's no network. And even if there's network, you can't be walking on the phone talking and picking calls and trying to concentrate on how many, all the steps you need to make. So indeed, getting out of the house is just amazing.
Right.
So hikes that I've really enjoyed is one of them is Satima, which we are going to do in 2 months, and because of the beauty of that place is,
the dragon.
The dragon's teeth is really, really pretty. And you think you're watching a show. Those amazing movies, you're always like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, the changes all the time.
Yeah.
The rocks, the moor, then the summit. It's a beautiful place. That one I love going back to it. But the thing is, it's a bit far, so that really does it stops you. You can't go as often as you'd like.
Yeah.
The trails in Ukambani are really beautiful. People think Ukambani is dry, and yes, it's hot, but we need the sun and the vitamin needed for our skin.
Sure.
But it's got such amazing beauty. We did a place called Rokaseve 3 months ago, and it was so. It's a place you reach where it's just a cliff, and you sit and you can look down. Of course, it's scary for some people, but it's really, really nice. The Kijabe Hills are very beautiful. When you get there and then you see all these guys who are, what is this thing they do where they fly off the cliff?
Paragliding.
Yeah. And I'm like, maybe this is the next thing we should try. How nice if you could finish a hike and then you
paraglide down
and in 2 minutes you're out.
There are moments we feel like that.
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
not
Just
going
like,
down
can I
this
just be picked
mountain.
up
Just
from here?
pick me up and take me to
take me down.
So there are those ones. Places like Ragia. Ragia is beautiful. It has an amazing waterfall. I mean, it's an amazing...
Where is Ragia? Which part of it?
Ragia is the same areas of Jabini. And it's actually where we get the water from Nairobi sources comes from there.
Okay.
So the waterfall there is thundering and beautiful and huge. You can actually go behind it and enjoy a cool shower, And then also, there's a lot of hikes in Tigoni area that are beautiful, it's the tea country.
Yeah.
It's all that. So it's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other places that are not so accessible is Rift Valley. There are also very nice places to go and see there. But yeah, it's a bit of a distance, so that means you need sometimes to travel the day before.
Yeah. Or maybe like a sleepover.
Yeah,
Like a
sleepover. But you
sleepover.
find that people don't like sleepover.
Yeah, they prefer to go and come back the same
Day
day.
hikes.
Yeah, day hikes.
Day hikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we talk about the big mountains, Kili and Kenya within the region, how many summits are you keeping count? How many times have you summited?
For Kenya, it's going to be my 10th summit this year.
Okay.
We're going at the end of the month, the 30th. And Kili, I think, will be my ninth.
Ninth summit.
Yeah.
And do you always summit as a guide? Are you is it expected that the guide must summit? Like, are you not expected to experience altitude sickness? Because that's high pressure.
And just related to that,
Yeah.
have you gotten sick on the mountain?
Yeah.
Yes.
As a guide.
Initially when I was going, because I was going just as a hiker,
Yeah.
I went through all the altitude problems and the sleepiness.
Yeah.
You just want to throw up.
Yeah.
And you don't want to continue. Now, at that time I didn't feel the pressure because I was there as me.
Yeah.
But now when I go as a guide, I know people are expecting, I'm the person who's pulling you up.
Yes.
In 2021, we did Kili, and that year we went in June, and interestingly is that the sulfur was emitting from the volcano because of a lot of strong winds. So the sickness that year was weird. We were feeling so unwell. The team I took up was very fit. You walk to these people for months and you know the levels of fitness they have. So that team was fit, and I thought we'd summit very fast. And we even planned a dance at the summit. We practiced. They had this song. We had all these even people who are doing instruments. Oh my God. We did Jamaican rocks. People were, even myself, sleeping on those rocks like, I can't continue.
Yeah.
I just want to go back. One of the people who were with that day just turned back. He didn't talk to anybody. There's a lot of when you're summiting, you speak to yourself a lot, and if
you do,
you're not mentally strong. The summiting and mountains is about mental. Yes, you're physically strong, but you also need to be mentally. So for some reason he wasn't able to. So he went back down. So we continued, and it was hard.
Yeah,
it was so hard that we got to Gilman's, and everybody just sat there and like, oh gosh. So we are done. Now we can turn back and go down. Then I said, no. After I recovered, I said, no. We are here. It's 200 meters. You guys, how many of you are planning to come back up? They said, no, we can't. We are tired. I told them, no, let's just go up. Let's finish. So we all got oxygen shots, if you can say. We all had to do the oxygen, just increase
the oxygen, but to give a bit,
to give us a small boost.
Yeah.
So we did. We all got some oxygen, and we walked slowly, and finally summited. And that day, as we came down, is when we were told. They hadn't told us before. Nobody had summited that week. In fact, they said, Ninyi wa Kenya, mumejaribu sana. They had not summited that week.
Wow.
Everyone had just been going, and they were not telling us. Then we know you keep passing each other, so you are climbing, and there are guys also coming down.
Yeah. So you just assume.
We assume we have
the summit.
Congratulations.
Yeah, they've summited or they're coming down.
And we just continued. We didn't know. So we discovered that they had not been summiting because the sulfur was what was being emitted from there. It's an open volcano. So that was what was, because the wind was very, very strong. And it affected everybody.
Yeah.
But in cases like that, wouldn't they stop people from even trying to go up?
Yeah, I would assume they tell us
they should have, but they didn't. Yeah.
So we
just
continued. We summited and we came down. And
live to tell the story.
Tell the story. In fact, that group keeps saying they want to continue, they want to go back and do it, and they hope they'll feel normal, because it was terrible. It was terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was there was people cried.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
That mountain you cry. I remember.
It's so funny.
That mountain you cry tears.
The stories told about the mountain, especially the tough stories, make people who haven't hiked ask, why do you guys do it?
Yeah.
So I think then leads up to my question, why? I know there's a beauty, so there's that people sitting and watching won't understand. You've gone through that self-experience and people want to go back and still tick that box again, but now with a different type of feeling.
Yeah.
There's a thing about hiking that just once the bug catches, you want to just be outdoors. What is your why, Maggie?
First, I think it becomes addictive. You know, you've done this, then you're going back. I've also questioned myself sometimes when I'm on that hike and I've submitted. I don't really need to submit. And the team is here. I think they'll finish. I can see they're not far from. If I stopped, I don't think anyone would ask me.
Yeah.
But then so much is expected of you.
Yeah.
People are looking up to you to make sure you take them to. And I always feel if I stop and then someone didn't submit, I'd be guilty. I'd feel so guilty. Like maybe if I had just gone, because I'm fine physically, I'm not unwell, I'm not feeling bad, you know. Not that when I walk, I can walk normally. I also feel the pressure of altitude, the fatigue, but I am not. It doesn't overcome me like many other people. So I'm able to do it much easier. But there's you get a lot of me time when you're on the mountain. You have time to make, there's sometimes when we come out of our homes and we are going for a mountain, this is what you expected to happen, but then you have time for your thoughts. You may be having issues, problems you've not been able to resolve and all that. You have time to think. You have time
to unpack
unpack your issues, resolve problems, have board meetings with those other people in your head and yourself. I see many people saying, now I know what I'm going to do when I get down, about to do what? They resolve issues. And that is amazing. You see people make friendships, the friendships that are built on those mountains.
Wow.
Because you are my roommate on Kili, and we'll always have a connection. We go you see a lot of networking happen. People meet each other because then you have time to talk.
So much time. There are no phones.
There are no phones, and then we finish our hikes by lunch. At lunch, then you have the afternoon. What we do a lot of talking. So you see networking being formed. You're looking for someone. I need to do this in my business. Can you assist me? That's a network. So all those, you find that your kids are similar in age. Maybe you want to do something with those kids together. So there's all that. Those connections are really, really good. And that's why I do it. And every time I go up a mountain, I experience it differently because of the team I'm with. Every team is different. Gives different experience. So it's never the same. You have done this trail before, or these guys are different. These guys are
the vibe is different.
That's a word.
The energy.
And the energy and the team.
Teamwork. For sure.
And then of course you see the teamwork that goes on those steep hills. You're seeing people pulling each other.
Pulling and pushing.
Mountains don't care for job titles. They don't care for, I don't know, you are the mother or the grandmother or who. All that, we are all equalized.
They humble you.
It humbles you.
It humbles you.
Respect the mountain. In fact, we always don't say anything bad about the mountain. I don't know what. It's like it can hear. And we always call the mountain a she. Because the weather changes.
She's moody.
She's moody. So,
and you're always asking, please be kind today.
Please.
Allow me to summit.
Allow me to see you. I'm enjoying your full glory. I'd like to get to the top and experience all of it.
So, what about equipment and
gear?
How important is that in a hike?
It's everything. You prepare physically. Of course, you also prepare mentally. But your gear is you can't do gear is everything else that you need. So you need to have your boots, proper boots, and waterproof boots. Good grip. You need to have right socks. You can't hike with short socks. They need to be mid-calf. You need to have. You need to first of all remember to cut your toenails. Even if you like your nails are very beautiful, especially for the ladies. You have to cut them because when you're walking down, they are hitting the boot, and that's you end up getting black toenail. The trousers you have, they're different types of trousers. Some are lighter for the warmer days. Some are thicker for the colder days. The shirts you're wearing, there's the ones that are full sleeved, full. Then of course the headgear, gloves, everything is important. And then now rain gear, because the weather is always different. This year has really rained. Our hikes this year have been wetter than they've been in the previous years. So you need your poncho, Then there's now a rain jacket. When you said hiking, there were no rain jackets. So a rain jacket is just, it keeps you completely dry and it's short until here. Then there's rain fans as you wear that cover your trousers. Then there's the gaiters that cover your bottom, the shoe, and keep the water from entering, and also pebbles from getting in when you're walking. So all that gear is getting, the interesting thing about the gear, when we started hiking, gear was heavy, your bag used to be thick and very getting more. Now it's lighter. You can fold little things. Your rain gear can just be a small bag. You put it in your day bag. And then, of course, you had hydration. That hydration bottle is so important because you cannot go with a normal bottle like this on the hike and you keep removing it from your bag and drinking. You want to just remove the pipe from your camel bag, drink and put it back. So that is everything. So all that, and your day bag also for the day, it has to have good support because you're walking for days. And your back is supporting it. So the support on your back and your bag need to be good. So gear, and there are so many places to get gear. There's the shops that we go to, like Decathlon, and then we have a lot of pre-loved which you buy. Many of us use second-hand clothes. They're in good condition, and there's nothing wrong with them. You pick them up. The budgets can be quite hiking gear is not cheap, it's expensive. But then the thing is, once you buy, you're not rebuying everything again. So you buy it once, then you just keep updating, and you just feel like changing the colors of everything. Then you can just change your t-shirt, the trousers. This is their colored trousers. They always used to be black. Well, you can get pink and blue. That's blue. It has the bits have changed. It's a lot. It's beautiful. Okay.
Fantastic. Lastly, maybe in terms of medication, if you're prone or if you've experienced altitude sickness, or even just as a new hiker, is there any medicines or any sort of treatment you should be undergoing before going up?
All right. So first of all, if you need to know yourself as how healthy are you. So if you have any sort of issues, always check with your doctor. You can tell him what you want to do so they can clear you. Don't be coming from asthma and then I say you want to climb Mount Kenya and then you don't tell anybody. So first, full disclosure is important to the team that you're hiking with. To know whether you have seizures, do you have whatever it is, you have asthma, do you use an inhaler, do you have issues with stomach, allergies? So those are the kind of questionnaires. First of all, when we are doing, we give you questionnaires that you feel so that we know those issues, if you have those issues, especially when you're doing the mountain, because when you go up there, we don't want emergencies that we could have handled. So it's important that we know your medical history. Then you also need to know your medical history. Look within yourself and say, I used to have this issue, maybe. Then from there, of course, there's medication. So we prefer that you actually, when you do the training hikes, you're seeing how you behave to altitude. And then you know, I really suffer on this altitude and I know I'm fit and I'm able to do a lot of things. But when it comes to altitude, I am not moving to the next level. So we will speak to the medics we work with and they'll advise us what to do. We've done that for some of our hikers and they are put on things like Diamox. But it's not good that you do it for yourself. Get advice from the doctor so that you know what works for you. And what period should you take it. And then when you finish, you also need to wean yourself off. You don't just take it and then walk away from the mountain and then you say it. So you probably start a bit earlier. Then when you finish, you still take it for a few more days. And then, So, and I don't want to scare the new people who are watching this and say, oh my God. No, we encourage. We start with the beginners. We have the middle people and everybody just grows. Even I was a beginner. Just so you go slowly. At Tipa we take care of everybody. No one is doing for sure. We support you to the end. And on hikes, we make sure, even if it's a difficult hike and we have some people who are a bit slower, we make sure we have somebody who is with you so that you are managed at a place to the end.
Okay. Really nice. I think for Kahaki now we are looking forward to the big mountain. So far we've done 2 prep hikes. We're looking forward to Satima, possibly Rhino Hill this weekend. Or rather, so we're looking forward to the big mountain for sure. And I think I personally have a box to tick, which is a summit. eluded me for two times now. So Maggie's a magic.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. Maggie's a magic that will take me to the top. But I mean, on a serious note, I know it's an individual thing. Trying to eliminate all those things. That's why I'm asking some of these questions. What do I do? How do I get myself there? But yeah, it's really for me. Hiking is, as you said, it's detachment from the norm, the craziness of the city. You go out there and you enjoy beautiful scenery, and you literally clear your mind, despite the fact that you get tired. So we are grateful that at least there's somewhere we can go as Nairobians who are stuck in our offices, four walls, to just release. And I'd say it's important. Hiking is actually a fantastic sport and a way to just connect with your country. They say Tembea Kenya. Hiking will give you that. So, Maggie, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. And we're looking forward to coming days when we connect even more. And for anybody thinking about hiking, Tipwa Tipwa is your place. We'll give you the contacts on our page. Maggie is an excellent mother hen, and she takes care of all of us. So it's been wonderful speaking to you, Maggie, and we look forward to hearing more exciting stories about more summits that have been conquered.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to you guys summiting. We are summiting Kili together. We are going on July 1st, and we'll summit together with the rest of the team. And we'll come back here and to give the story, how it was, and encourage the people who are going to want to do it and be successful. Let's just continue training, and I think it's going to be a good one.
We're looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. So until next time, thank you guys. Bye.